Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Megz Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. That goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, and today it is Megz Mini Retro Reviews, so another episode of that. Woohoo! And we are going all the way to 1960. It's another black and white film, and as chosen by you guys, it is Psycho. Okay, yes, so if you are new to this series, basically I get you guys to pick between two films that I've picked at random. And then when you guys have chosen that film, I then watch the trailer for the film, see if I can get like a rough idea of what's going to happen or if I'm going to enjoy the film. And then after that, I then go downstairs, I then watch the film, and then I come back to you guys with my thoughts on the film. The reason why I've done this series is because there's a lot of classic films that I haven't seen, and thanks to this series, it's motivated me to watch these films. I've still got quite a lot more to go. But yeah, so let's get into it. So this is the Psycho trailer. This one is apparently 6 minutes long, because it says classic trailer, so apparently it's 6 minutes long. Didn't know a trailer could be 6 minutes long. But yeah, so let's get into it. So I'll have the reaction down below. Well, the trailer down below, sorry. And yeah, so let's get into it. Here's my reaction of the trailer.
Good afternoon. Here we have a quiet little motel, tucked away off the main highway, and as you see, perfectly harmless looking, when in fact, it has now become known as the scene of the crime. This motel also has, as an adjunct, an old house, which is, if I may say so, a little more sinister looking, less innocent than the motel itself. And in this house, the most dire, horrible events took place. I think we can go inside because the place is up for sale, although I don't know who's going to buy it now. In that window on the second floor, the single one in front, that's where the woman was first seen. Let's go inside. You see, even in daylight, this place still looks a bit sinister. Now, it was at the top of these stairs that the second murder took place. She came out of the door there and met the victim at the top. Of course, in a flash, there was the knife, and in no time, the victim tumbled and fell with a horrible crash. I think the back broke immediately and hit the floor. It's difficult to describe the way that the twisting of the well, I won't dwell upon it. Come upstairs. Of course, the victim, or should I say victims, hadn't any conception as to the type of people they would be confronted with in this house, especially the woman. She was the weirdest and the most... Well, let's go into her bedroom. Here's the woman's room, still beautifully preserved. And the imprint of her figure on the bed where she used to lay. I think some of her clothes are still in this wardrobe. This was the son's room, but we won't go in there because his favorite spot was the little parlor behind his office in the motel. Let's go down there. This young man, you had to feel sorry for him. After all, being dominated by an almost maniacal woman was enough to drive anyone to the extreme of, well, let's go in. Well, I suppose you'd call this his hideaway. His hobby, as you see, was taxidermy. Crow here, an owl there. Now, an important scene took place in this room. There was a private supper here. And, oh, by the way, this picture has great significance because, let's go along to cabin number 1. I want to show you something there. All tidied up. The bathroom. Well, they've cleaned all this up now. Big difference. You should have seen the blood. The whole place was, well, it's too horrible to describe. Dreadful. And I'll tell you, there's a very important clue was found here. Down there. Well, the murderer, you see, crept in here. Very slowly, of course, the shower was on, there was no sound. And,
certainly a different kind of trailer. Did enjoy it. As you can tell, it started off as kind of like a tour kind of thing, and then jump scare, the shower curtain, made me jump. Yeah, I think it's really, I like this kind of trailer. I don't know why they don't do trailers more like this, because it doesn't give anything too much away. It doesn't like give you an inkling of what's going to happen in the film or anything like that. It just seems like a weird random advert. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I think I'm going to enjoy this film. It's definitely going to be psychological, going to definitely be a lot of thinking. But yeah, so I'm now going to head downstairs. I am going to go watch the film, and then I'll come back to you guys with my review. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, so basically I just watched Psycho, and my mum actually joined me with this one. Yeah, because she hadn't seen it before either, so I apologise, my phone just went ping. Anyway, yeah, so I watched this with my mum actually, because my mum hasn't seen Psycho either, so she said she'd watch it with me. And yeah, it was actually pretty good. For its time, at least. Some of the acting could have been a little bit better, but obviously it's 1960s, so... but I really enjoyed it. It was very suspenseful, very sort of like mystery based, and I actually quite enjoyed that. Quite psychological as well. I enjoyed the ending. The famous shower scene that everyone knows about actually happened fairly early on in the film. I thought it happened a little bit later on, like near the end, but apparently not. It happened fairly early on. But we enjoyed it so much that we decided to watch Psycho 2 in the afternoon. Yeah, Psycho 2 wasn't as good as Psycho 1, but apparently there's 4 movies, so I don't know whether we're going to watch the rest. But yeah, overall thoughts, definitely a good film. The acting could have been a little bit better, but obviously it's 1960s, so back then it was a bit, you know, I mean, some of the stuff could have been better, but so at the same time, it is a classic. It is 1960s. They did what they could with it. And yeah, so final score, I think because of the time it's released and the time it was still pretty good, so I'm not going to give it extremely low marks, but I'll probably give it a 8 out of 10, just for the simple fact of it did make me want to watch the sequel to see how they carry it on. And yeah, it was good for its time. I must admit it was good for its time, but I'm glad I have finally watched it. Do let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are on Psycho if you've seen it. And if you've seen the other sequels, let me know. If you are new to this channel and you enjoyed this video and you want to check out my other episodes that I've done so far for the series, do hit that subscribe button and go onto my main channel. I do have a playlist, and I'll link the playlist in the description as well if you want to go and check out the other episodes. And yeah, and do give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy this review. I know I enjoyed doing it and I enjoyed this film. I think this is the oldest film I've actually watched so far, I think. Yeah, because I think It's a Wonderful Life was 1970. So 1960 is the furthest I've gone so far. And this is the second black and white film I've seen. So it turns out I actually quite enjoy black and white films. Anyway, time to wrap it up. But yeah, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!